Grand Rising, you guys. First of all, happy Saturn Day in Aquarius, cusp Pisces. Some mystifyingness. And we got this full moon in Taurus transit taking place. So energy is high along with the lunar eclipse. Like I said, energy is high. I'm a Cancer sun, so this is my ruling planet going through the eclipse. So I'm here to drop some meanings and reasonings off for you guys and give you the guys the daily transit readings as I've been doing. No breakfast, that's neither here or there. I was just so excited to give and break down these transits, so let's get into it. Moon is in Taurus right now. It's entering Taurus, and it's in 1 degree, so it's a degree past Saturn, you know what I'm saying? Our daily ruling planet, you know what I'm saying? So how this day is going to come across looking like through the aspect of, Saturn, Pisces, and Aquarius. We're reacting and responding to a learning process of emotional consistencies to the things we have by restricting our associates or placing borders around the things that we desire, or how we make things, beautiful and immaculate and nurturing, so that we can anchor down. More importantly than even anchoring down your vision is knowing what that vision is. It's pinpointing where that vision is. It's pinpointing where the anchoring is. Because we are learning from the square sign of Aquarius, which is back and supported by all the Aquarius experiences. So you could say that it is accumulating all of the lessons from when it was retrograde. I mean, this is still retrograde. From when it was retrograde, and use those in a new space, in a new Piscean space, with that energy, right? So right now, I don't know if you could say Saturn is malefic or benefic, whatever, but there's an asteroid by the name of Nessus that is in Pisces right now, and that it deals with past traumas of not getting revenge, vengeance, treachery. So that's in Pisces. So everything that you're imagining, and that's already the space Pisces are in. I would like to say in the 12th house because it's chaotic and shit like that. But so we have that playing out. So it could be a dream or illusion. It could be an illusion that you're trying to anchor down here. If you don't have your dream pinpointed in that mist and that fog. To begin, coming into that hard and practical and not leaving the ground, and making that shit come attract to you through the materials of your space. Now we got the moon trine in Lilith in Virgo. So this is the gift of adding to our embarrassing moments by going through them, coming out of them, looking unscathed, looking desirable, being stubborn, plowing the earth. That's what Virgo is, mutable earth. But when you get too lost in your worries and you're overworried and you're overstressing, and then you add that, because that helps you survive over worrying about shit, but it kills you at the same time. So it's like a balancing, it's like the yin and the yang of Virgo and the yin and yang of Scorpio, and coming together into Libra, the balance. So that is an embarrassing moment. I don't really get why they call it an embarrassing moment personally, because of the whole other situations. I would say that's encouraging, but I guess it could come across as too much of dark feminine without balance, things like that. So going through that stubbornness and coming out unscathed, so you have a better way of relating because you've been through that, right? And we have going by degree, sun's at 4 degrees, so we are reacting and responding in an emotionally practical, fixed, or stable way to a deep awareness, creativity, or trauma, or trauma, something behind the scenes that we are being made aware of as far as death. You go to a funeral, that's a perfect allegory. You go to a funeral, it costs for the coffin, it costs for the venue, it costs for it carries the coffin, it costs for the diggers, it costs for the plot, it costs for, it costs all these extra things. And these things aren't just costs, and these is like debt related things. This is like bills from your spouse or whomever. Shared resources, 8th house things. How did we not see that 8th house thing? Shared resources. And so, right, the sun is going through that death. So reacting, responding in a stubborn way, pushing through that stuff that we're aware of now. You just got to do it, and you got to get through it, and you got to, using the gift with Virgo and stuff, you got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Why are they valuing this? How are they valuing this? And all that kind of stuff that goes on at a funeral. So that's what we react and respond to. And we react and respond by releasing these things. By, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to break down eclipse season in a few transits here. So then it goes on to oppose Mercury. Now we're lost in the sauce because our logic is a soggy log in a swamp with all kinds of bugs, and nothing against swamps, you know what I'm saying? They're good for their ecosystem. But for different other ecosystems, like I said, with logs, it's muddy, it's trudgy, you can't really see where you're going. You're stumbling in mud holes and messing around. So that's what logic is like. Our logic is like that, being underwater. It's like trying to have, one of the volleyballs at the pool, and you try or basketball, anything with air relay, and you try to go underwater with it, and it's gonna push you right back up to the surface level, push you right back up to air, push you, you know what I'm saying? You're fighting. That's how this works. You can go somewhere depending on your strength, but with that air there, it ain't gonna really make sense. So, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, if it was too dry log, too dry of anything, and you putting it under the water, even if it floats back up, it needed that wash off and things like that. Like elephants, hippos, they go out here and they swim for real. That's how you're using your spirit to guide your, you know what I'm saying, even if it's the element or modality of your body, you're moving these things around. So, yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to reread my handwriting. Moon. Sextiling. You already sextiled that. Where is I going with this? Okay. We're back. And with the moon being full, we are releasing, you know what I'm saying, our emotional attachments to what we desire, you know what I'm saying? Neptune in Pisces, you know what I'm saying? That sextile right there, that's the opportunity for that. Now, based off of a missed opportunity, now it's going to be a petty revenge. Nessus, the asteroid I mentioned about, I mentioned it in the previous video. Nessus, the asteroid of revenge, petty revenge, vengeance, and things of that nature. So, because that's the Neptune conjoining this asteroid Pisces. But our mind is still it using Mercury. It wants to make sense, you know what I'm saying? That's that Mercury sextile Venus and Virgo wanting to play out that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like it wants to make sense, and it's trying to use that opportunity with that Earth to do it just because it is opposing a fixed Earth like itself. It wants to deal with a relatable Earth. So it's like having that little light bulb go off underwater right now for our love matters. It's toxic because like Virgo is in its detriment, and Scorpio and the Sun's at death right now. So it can play out like this with that sextile. Having that little light bulb underwater that for our love matters leads to that embarrassing moment. Like our way of thinking deeply, Mercury, about its relationships. I mentioned relationships because it's 8th house, so it's shared resources, so that involves relationships. It's just not initiating and balancing that way like Libra. It's the darker side, the deeper, deep connections of how we came to be in the first place. Not really of the present, but really more of the past and grudge holding and connections and deep soul ties and things like that. So it's like think deeply about the relationships that we foresee that embarrassing moment based off of how vulnerable we are being, You know what I'm saying? That's what Scorpio can show us about, you know what I'm saying, with vulnerability, you know what I'm saying? So you can foresee that embarrassing moment so that you can share that with others. And being the alchemist that we are, you can come across more relatable, not just so much fixed in your own emotions, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, we just need someone that you can really do a short trauma release with real quick, like soft trauma. I saw that on the TikTok, and I like that phrase. Scorpios, y'all do be doing that for real. So, you receiving Venus. Or, that was on a negative tip. Or, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking deeply about relationships. You foresee that you share with others that leads you to Virgo, yes. And on the negative end, I did that. Now, Mars in Scorpio, opposing, you know what I'm saying, Moon in Taurus, and Jupiter, and Uranus. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to throw those two big bodies back off in there, right? And it's full moon release. I'm going to keep going back to that again, right? So it's like the passions we want to go deep for are restricted by our past experiences, our wisdoms that we see are either outdated or we can reinvent and transform them using the actions of the sun being on our side. You know what I'm saying? As it's going through a death. The past is coming together, isn't it? And it's still being the husband to the moon. So it might be dead and gone and passed on, but it's got a lot of shit that it valued deeply, or passions or intentions, Mercury, I'm on fire, in the background that you know what I'm saying, in your will you can benefit from today. So that's where it's lending its support. You know what I'm saying? Death is just a transformation, a next level. It's not the end all be all. It feels like that down here because of what we attach to it, but in the spiritual realm you are catching and releasing constantly and letting go. So, and coming out of these things. So like I said, that is what's in the wheel, you know what I'm saying? And that can cause unstableness because it's fixed. Taurus and Scorpio are still deep with these relationships. Taurus is surface level, so you might have some Uranus original characters coming up, you know what I'm saying, creating unstableness at the funerals for what they think is theirs, what they're entitled to, surface level shape. But you gotta be there and you gotta be a spiritually mature one and bring things into that deeper level and take that logic down to the swampy waters, because that's the only thing that, you know what I'm saying, that's in the sky that we're reacting and responding to, that you can control. Lilith and Virgo being embarrassed for that shit for no fucking reason, because it's, at the end of the day, everyone's gonna respond to it in their own houses, you know what I'm saying, in their own way. So yeah, from the, you know what I'm saying, past to be original, but it's not original with our current passions, Mars and Scorpio, with what's now. That's the only thing. And that includes deep creativity, authority with our relationships, and taking authority and having dominance and things, Scorpio, Mars. Now, full moon, you know what I'm saying? The sun is lending its support, because I like to think, I'm sure others like to think, when the moon is full, it's in its greater form of body of water. It's in its greatest form, its largest form of releasing, because it's having a global effect. Global, when it is, and it's beyond its limits, right? And so she's going to be shedding, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be going through that menstrual cycle, you know what I'm saying? As the sun is Scorpio's in the death, the sun, you know what I'm saying, you can affect each other's pH balances. Masculine energy affects the pH balance of women and the energy that they are in the twat area, you know what I'm saying, in the hive, however you want to see it, you know what I'm saying, the papusa. But anyways, yeah, hell, men can get you pregnant, they can offset your period, they can set on the period. So it's like the sun and the moon, and the sun's coming through and setting the moon on her period as she's going through the past, releasing birthing pains, you know what I'm saying, you're either giving birth to a manifestation or You know what I'm saying? You're cramping and you're releasing, but either way, the moon's gonna bleed. It's gonna feel like that you personally need to do something, but really, it's behind the scenes and it's above you. As above, so below. Within your chakras, within your own chakra wheels, just be in the spirit. You're gonna feel like you should go and do something, do all these rituals. Trust me, I know. But last time I did that, you know what I'm saying? People say negative shit happens when you manifest, but when you're just being you, and you're a natural manifesting, natural wizard and magician and witch and voodoo priestess, shadow priestess, you're doing these things every single day by just talking, speaking, breathing. You're actively manifesting and attracting how you are, but you are being that thing. You're not just like out here trying to manifest under the eclipse, saying I want. You are being these things, and the things that you are manifesting by being and developing the abilities is the shit that's being tested while everything behind you is falling apart, while the world's falling apart. Are you gonna look back and turn to a pillar of salt? Are you going to try to achieve that energy? You feel me? And that's all I got to say about these moon trines. Oh yeah, moon trine Pluto and Capricorn. See, while she's in the full state and she's bleeding, she is in the darkness in Pluto, and that's still, she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's toxic right now, but it's like a healthy couples therapy going on between the sun and the moon right now. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to Pluto, and Pluto's like, okay, I can use this because it's a death, it's a rebirth. That's what it is. That's the underworld. That's like Persephone going into the underworld type energy. You know what I'm saying? So like, Pluto like, okay, we're gonna initiate. We got a gift. I'm gonna build on this. I'm gonna build on this fixed stubbornness that's got humanness and remnants of, you know what I'm saying, the experiences, you know what I'm saying, of the masculine energies that's opposing, like masculine Mars, Mercury being all fast with it and shit, like trying to hit on the moon while she's releasing, you know what I'm saying? It's like being in the jungle after lions give birth, and they got the afterbirth, and it's like that can attract predators, so they got to consume it, you know what I'm saying? Instinctually, for survival purposes, instinctually to take care of that and do that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's the astrological tip and reading, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to go into for y'all. Appreciate y'all for real. And just go out here, just get somewhere, find somewhere, sit down. You're gonna be out participating in the desires of the sun, and you're not really on that side with the moon type energy. Then, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get yours, and we're gonna keep delivering and dropping these astrological breakdowns, guaranteed for sure. You already know what the dealio is for realio, chillio.